Carlo Ancelotti's Real Madrid boast a formidable front three consisting of Rodrigo, Kylian Mbappe and Vinicius Jr. Ancelotti's tactical philosophy is deceptively simple yet highly effective. He empowers his players to adapt to in-game situations and encourages them to make on-field adjustments. This freedom allows his dynamic front line to exploit spaces, switch positions and create fluid attacking moves. Here's how you can recreate Carlo Ancelotti's 4-3-3 Real Madrid tactics in FC25. To start off the new season, Carlo Ancelotti has adapted his tactical system, deploying Real Madrid in a 4-3-3. This means that Mbappe, Vinicius Jr. and Rodrigo can all coexist on the same pitch. Ancelotti has evolved from the 4-1-2-1-2 system in order to create a solid front three that can create fluid attacking movements. The midfield will still have a lot of attacking impetus in this new formation, allowing the likes of Jude Bellingham to combine frequently with the front three. Ultimately, this formation allows Real Madrid to deploy their best players in each and every position. The team tactics for the 4-3-3 will consist of a build-up style set to balance, allowing Carlo Ancelotti's side to be able to vary their attacking movements. It could be quick transitions, getting more direct attacking balls in behind, having the likes of Mbappe, Rodrigo, Vinicius Jr. and even the likes of Jude Bellingham making those more direct attacking runs in behind, looking to create those swift transition movements. But at the same time as well, with it being set to balance, it will create that nice varied approach where you might even see them being able to build their attacks from the back, looking to pass the ball high up the field into those final third areas, creating very good, well thought out, well processed attacking sequences in the final third, looking to consistently look after the ball and shift the play and really dictate the tempo for this Real Madrid side. The defensive system will see the front three pressing and probing every now and then, and when you do win the ball back, it does create swift transition attacks. But quite often under Ancelotti, we have seen Real Madrid invite the opposition onto them before winning the ball back and then looking to progress further up the pitch with it. This flexible defensive system will see the midfield players tracking runners in and around the defensive third. So moving on now to the individual player roles, and you'll start off at the back with the goalkeeper in Thibaut Courtois, who will be set to the role of goalkeeper with the focus being set to balance. This will see Courtois stay on his line and make the saves in a 1v1 situation, and he can play out from the back every now and then, looking to find those passes either into the centre-backs or one of the deeper lying midfielders, but he can also look to punt the ball long and alleviate the stress and the pressure with immediate effect. The Real Madrid left-sided centre-back in Antonio Rudiger will have the role of defender with the focus being set to balance. This will mean that he'll be very imposing and physical towards the opposition players, looking to maintain the defensive line as best as possible, whilst also being able to use his physicality to out-duel the opposition, whether that's in the air or on the ground. Whereas the right-sided centre-back in Militao will have the role of stopper with the focus being set to balanced. This role will see Militao stepping up and being very imposing towards the opposition players, looking to intercept the play, break it up as best as possible, and then quickly transition the ball into the attack. Both of these centre-backs can successfully play out from the back, being very composed under pressure from the opposition, looking to find those passes either into the midfield or out wide to the wingers or maybe even the fullbacks. And speaking of your fullbacks, Dani Carvajal will have the role of wing-back, as you do tend to see him progressing high up the field at times, looking to overlap the likes of Rodrigo, and you will see him successfully do that in this role and with the focus being set to balance. This also means he'll still be able to defend down that wider right space, not vacating it as much as possible, whereas the left back in Ferland Mendy will have the role of fullback with the focus being set to balance. This will see him looking to defend that left-hand side, and when the opportunities do present themselves, he can maraud further forward and look to create attacking movements high up the field for the attackers in and around the box. But mainly you do tend to see the likes of Mendy hanging back a bit more and looking to defend and lock down that left-hand space, as the likes of Vinicius Jr. or the likes of Mbappe don't really track back sufficiently, and therefore you need a left back that can look to close down the space and defend against the wider attackers. Moving on now into your midfield, and the likes of Tchouaméni, who will be deployed in that defensive midfielder position, will have the role of holding with the focus being set to defend. This role will see Tchouaméni position himself just in front of the back line, looking to break up the play from the opposition in the midfield zones, whilst also being very important in trying to establish that first phase of the build-up play. You will see the likes of Tchouaméni dropping quite deep, looking to show for the passes, get on the ball, and then progress the ball further forward. Now, this also means that Tchouaméni will be one of the deepest lying midfield players, meaning that he can recover the ball and then circulate it back out to one of the attacking players in and around him. For the right central midfielder, Valverde will have the box-to-box role with the focus being set to balance, as Valverde has always been known to contribute to both the offensive and defensive phases of play. You will see him tracking back sufficiently, looking to pick up the runners on the edge of the box, whilst also being able to contribute and link the play higher up the field in that final third. Quite often, you will see the likes of Valverde adding to the attack by being a man on the edge of the box, either looking to counter-press, win the ball back, or potentially looking to make those runs into the box himself, adding to the overload that we do tend to see with Real Madrid. Whereas your left central midfielder in Jude Bellingham will have the role of playmaker with the focus being set to attack, and this will see Jude Bellingham getting into those number 10 positions quite a bit. He will be the most attacking force out of the three midfielders. Now you will see him linking the play between the midfield and the attack, looking to get into those attacking positions and really create and facilitate offensive movements. You will also see the likes of Jude Bellingham tracking back and helping defend against the opposition, looking to get into those deeper spaces, get on the ball, and then maybe spray those longer passes further forward. The left and the right winger in Vinicius Jr. as well as Rodrigo will have the same role and instructions going forward. They'll be set to the role of inside forward, with the focus being set to roaming, and this will see them position themselves in those interior zones, looking to get into the box and attack that space. It will also mean that you will see a lot of interchange occur between the front three, having the likes of Vinicius attacking down the central areas, or maybe even Rodrigo doing the same and having Mbappe out wide, and this does create a nice fluidity in your attacking front line. The inside forward role will also allow the two wingers to create from those wider areas, looking to facilitate crossing or cutback opportunities in the box for the attackers. And then finally, the striker in Kylian Mbappe will be set to the role of advanced forward, with the focus being set to complete. This will see him drifting out wide sufficiently, looking to interchange with either a Rodrigo or a Vinicius Jr., allowing them to operate centrally as that centre forward themselves. And this mainly happens between Vinicius and Mbappe, allowing Mbappe to drift into that wider left channel and creates overloads down that side. You'll also see the likes of Mbappe dropping quite deep and looking to interchange passes with the midfield, looking to link up the play in those deeper zones. This will see Kylian Mbappe operating on the edge of the box at times, or even slightly deeper in that final third, looking to get on the end of those crosses or cutback opportunities himself. So when in possession of the ball, you will see Carlo Ancelotti's side maintain their 4-3-3 formation, allowing for the likes of Mbappe, Vinicius Jr., as well as Rodrigo to all successfully combine in that final third area, often at times interchanging positions, switching out, and creating a very fluid attacking system. Whereas you'll see here for the midfield, the likes of Jude Bellingham will have a slightly more advanced role in the system, looking to link between the midfield and the attack, whether that's spraying a long ball out wide, or just being able to collect the ball in those deeper spaces and then drive forward with it before finding a pass to one of the attackers. The likes of Valverde will have a slightly deeper role, looking to drift between the attack and the defensive phases of play, whilst supporting the likes of Aurelien Tchouameni in the central areas of the field, looking to help break up the play as best as possible, or even win the ball back in the midfield zones and then pass it off to another attacker. Whereas the two fullbacks, Ferland Mendy and Carvajal, will have slightly differing positions. Ferland Mendy will stay back a fair amount, but if the opportunities are there, he can advance further forward. Whereas the likes of Carvajal will be consistently looking to get forward and whip in crosses from that wider right space. And then of course you've got your two centre-backs in Rudiger and Militao, who don't really advance too high up the field and will look to break up and stifle any opposition attacks. And there we go, people. That is how I would successfully go ahead and replicate and recreate Carlo Ancelotti's 4-3-3 Real Madrid tactics for FC25. I do hope you have enjoyed this video, and if you don't mind, smashing the like button down below, whilst also subscribing if you are new to the channel. We're so close to 10k, it's ungoddamn believable. We are on the road to 10k, so if you would like to be a part of that journey, please do consider subscribing. It would mean the absolute most to me. Anyways, if you have a Discord profile and you would like to join up with the Brom Squad Gaming Discord server, some good news. The link will be down below in the description. Go ahead, click on it, join up with the chat. We chat everything real life football. At the moment, we're all laughing at Man United because we're just terrible. God, depression. If you haven't considered subscribing, please do. But we chat everything real life football. We chat everything FC25. Of course, we're chatting at the moment with the new tactical systems and some things that we don't like, some things that we do like. So if you are interested in real life football chats and FC25 chats, please do consider joining up with the Brom Squad Gaming Discord server. Anyways, until the next time, until the next one, I hope you have a smashing goddamn day, and I'm out of here. Peace.